Hello everybody. Today we're going to be doing a Molten Core melee DPS guide. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So the first pull here is going to be these two big rock guys. They're called Molten Giants. And there's nothing really too special about them except for they have a knockback that you just have to make sure you just don't have your back or your position that they'll knock you back into lava, because if you do, you're probably in pretty big trouble. There's gonna be a jump after that pull. Like, your general group's just gonna jump off to the side there. Make sure you jump and don't just try to run off, or otherwise you'll fall and land in the lava, which would just suck for you, honestly, because then you're gonna go into the next pull with probably half health, or the healer's low on mana, stuff like that. It's just not ideal. So after you've done that jump, the next pull's gonna be Fire Lords, and they're gonna be spawning lava spawns, ads. You want to make sure you get on them right away, swap onto them instantly when they spawn them, because they'll start multiplying pretty quick if you guys don't take them out. It's pretty easy. Next pull will generally be Ancient Corehound. They have a frontal fire breath, so just make sure you stand behind them. Other than that, they have a disorient and a stun, but it's nothing really to worry about too much. Just stay behind them. This is the first pull with the Surger. How the Surger works here is whoever pulls him is going to get charged, and anyone within like a couple feet of whoever pulled the Surger is going to be getting knocked back. So you have to really be careful on your positioning up here, because you could easily get knocked into lava. If you do get knocked in lava, most likely you're just going to have to panic pop a greater fire protection and then try to get a summon, because there's not really an easy way up without pulling something. Just ask for a summon, I guess. Alright, the next pull is here, the Imps. Really just basic AoE. Your caster's going to do most of the work here, to be honest. If you are an engineer, I would pop a Goblin Sapper, or maybe a Grenade. Maybe both, honestly, if you want to really cheese the meters. And then the next room here, we have AoE Corehounds. Corehound packs. These need to be AoE down. As a melee DPS, your job pretty much is going to be to tab around and make sure they're all about even. They go down and none stay up too high. I would highly recommend showing your nameplates here so you can make sure they all go down together. This is where I would definitely pop in Blade Flurry as a rogue. So after you've done the first pack, you'll generally pull in Lucifron next. And for Lucifron, you're going to want to bring a Restorative Potion for sure. But before you go on Lucifron, you guys are going to be killing the ads. The two ads will generally get pulled off to the side. They just focus down as ads. There's nothing special about the ads. Once the two ads are down, once you go on a Lucifron, when you're going in, make sure you pop a Restorative pot, because that'll be removing his curse every 5 seconds for 30 seconds, which will dramatically increase your DPS, honestly. Because I generally tend to find that when mages and druids are decursing, rogues aren't high up on the priority meter for it. So for Magmadar here, you're definitely going to want to pre-pop your Greater Fire Protection Potion, because he'll randomly drop fires around him that you don't want to stand in, because it's going to hurt you, and he'll be fearing. So you got to make sure if you have a shaman in your group, get on him to be dropping tremors for that fear. That'll help you out a lot. If needed, this is why you pre-pop your fire pot. You can re-pop it if you're taking too much fire damage. Just honestly, you should only need to pop one in this fight. Just watch your positioning, and that's really it. Careful with the fears. If you're undead, Will of Forsaken if you need to. That's it. GG. Alright. So here for the next fight is we're looking at Gehennis. So Gehennis has two ads. What you're gonna do is normally you'll have the two ads off. You'll pull the two ads off to the side at the start, and you'll just burn down the two ads. Nothing special about the ads here. And then when you go in on Gehennis, pop a free action potion, because he will randomly stun. He'll do, I think it's an AoE stun. It's an AoE stun, and then when you're sitting in that stun, he'll rain of fire everyone in that area. So if you free action potion, you'll be immune to that stun. So you'll be able to move out of that fire really quick. And ideally, you'll have a fire protection potion up before you even go into the fight. So you'll be able to free action potion and have a fire protection potion up, just to be safe. Other than that, that's really it. Just make sure you stay out of his rain of fire. If your FAP falls off and you're forced to sit a rain of fire, you just gotta hope your healers are doing good, you know? So the next pull we're looking at is Gar. Outside all this trash, to be honest. There's nothing special about Gar except for the tank's gonna pull all the ads off to the sides, and you basically just focus down Gar. And then when you go on, there's nothing special about Gar there, really. It's just yeah, tank its bank. But when you get to the ads, you're basically gonna get an ad down to 10% and then go to the next ad. Because when each ad dies, it'll do a huge knockback, so you want to get away from that ad and swap. And basically the casters will finish them off from 10% pretty much. That's it. So here before Baron, we have these ads here. This trash. There are the Flame Guard. They have a huge armor melt, so be careful. People are really gonna be squishy in this area, especially your tanks. They have a frontal fire breath, so just don't stand in front of them. The next we'll have Baron. So Baron, you definitely have to make sure you pre-popped a fresh fire protection potion. Because he'll be doing an AoE fire damage on and off that you need to back out for. If you get the living bomb debuff, you're going to want to get away from everyone and stand off to the side so when you blow up you don't do damage to anyone. Just honestly, all there really is to it is bobbing and weaving his AoE fire. And then if you become the bomb, get away from everyone. You blow up off to the side. Next we have Shazra. So for Shazra here, you're going to want to pop a Greater Arcane Protection Potion. Pre-pop it. And when you're going in, he's going to be doing Arcane Explosioning a lot. So that's why you have that pot up. And he'll also be doing a debuff that increases magic damage taken. So when that pot falls off, you're definitely going to need to be repotting Arcane Protection. Once your second Arcane Protection pot has fallen off, when you get the debuff, you're just going to need to back out until it gets decursed. And just make sure you bone him down while you're at range. He will randomly blink. When he blinks, I believe he drops threat, so you definitely got to be careful going in when he blinks or just charging up to him when he blinks. Other than that, it's pretty explanatory. Just every time you get the decurse, after the second pot has fallen off, every time you get the curse, you just need to back out and bow. Don't rush right in when he blinks. So the next fight will be Sulfuron Harbinger. He has 4 ads. Sulfuron himself will get pulled off to the side, and generally the 4 ads will get stacked. So when they're stacked down, you'll normally have a target that you're set to. And when any of them get to 10%, they'll all try to heal that guy, all the ads. So you'll need to kick your assigned target until they're all down pretty much. And then once all 4 of them are down, it's just tank and spank on Sulfuron. Nothing too difficult there. Just interrupt timing. The next fight we have is Golmag, the Incinerator. So for Golmag, the Incinerator here, he has 2 ads, and you'll have a dedicated tank on each one just off to the side. And what you'll need to do with Golmag, you'll need to go in, and you'll start getting stacks of a debuff that increases your damage taken by fire damage, I believe. Or something like that. You'll start stacking a debuff. When you get around 8 stacks, you want to back off onto the healers and casters until your debuff falls off. And while you're backed off onto the casters and healers, just be bowing. And when the debuff falls off, go back in on him until 8 stacks. Back off, rinse and repeat. It's pretty easy. The ads will despawn when he dies. The next fight is Major Domo. For Major Domo, honestly, the main thing is just do not break sheeps. Do not hit any sheep targets. Don't AoE them, nothing. It's very important. Honestly, the main thing in this fight is sheeps going out properly and interrupting on heals. You're going to be focusing down the healers first, and then the elites in your general strat. And have a tank dedicated to Major Domo off to the side, and that's really it. Now, what we've all been waiting for. The fight. The Molten Core raid has all led to itself. Ragnaros. So, for Ragnaros' fight, it's pretty interesting. You're actually going to start in a melee safe spot generally. And you're going to be bobbing and weaving in and out in between his knockbacks, because he's going to do a knockback like every 30 seconds. And every 30 seconds or however long it is, depending on the server, you're gonna need to be backing out into your safe zone. And then about a minute 30 seconds in, he'll actually do a submerge phase where he goes into the lava and basically despawns for like a minute while you kill a bunch of ads. And when you're about 10 seconds from the submerge phase, so you're about 1 minute and 20 seconds into the fight, you're gonna want to stack onto the tanking area. Is the general way to stack this fight. You'll all meet up there. So when all the ads come up, you'll all be stacked on top of each other, safe. You know, no one should die there. I would highly recommend popping a fire protection pot in this fight too, for sure. And then right when all the ads are down, make sure you get topped off. Right when you're topped off, get to your melee safe spot until Ragnaros comes up, and then bob and weave out of his knockbacks again until it's done. You know, get your loot. So that has been the melee guide on Molten Core. Hope it killed you all. Hope it helped you all kill Ragnaros. If it did, let me know. Appreciate it. Drop a like. Thanks for watching.